What's up, YouTube? Welcome back to my channel. First off, yeah, I'm in the backseat of my car. See, I was trying to get a video out early. I'm trying to post on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I ain't got that much time today. So I was like, yo, let me just film in the car real quick. And the lighting wasn't working in the front and back, so I mean in the front and the passenger seat. So I was like, let me just get in the back, set the tripod up on the seat, and let me just do it that way. So it's a little ghetto right now, but it's all good. Second thing, if I look rough, I apologize. Like I said, I was trying to just get these videos out, man, and I want to give y'all something today, because I promise I'll be posting Tuesdays and Thursdays. So today I'm gonna give y'all, man, a story time. Now this might be kind of funny to y'all, and it might be funny now, but at the time, man, this was some real stress. I ain't even gonna lie. So I ain't even gonna talk that much. I'm gonna get straight into it, right? So first of all, let me start by saying, when I graduated high school, I was so happy. Now I'm gonna say that I'm not saying I was happy because like, oh, you know, I made it. Oh, ain't nobody else in my family graduated. Even though like some of that stuff is kind of true. Like, oh, I made it. Like I walked across the stage. Like I beat the odds. Yeah. Like, nah, I was happy because like when I graduated, I felt so liberated. You know what I mean? Like I had just gotten free from prison. That might seem dramatic, but like in high school when I was in there, not to make it sound like I'm old or something, but I ain't really in there. I ain't in there no more, so I feel old. Your status was based strictly on like the shoes you wore, the clothes you wore, and stuff like that. And my whole thing was growing up, like where I come from, or where I'm from, we didn't really have a lot of money like that. So in our household, we didn't really have like Jordans and PS4s and Xbox Ones and stuff. We had like the basic stuff. I had some shoes. I wore like Levi's and Adidas, you know what I mean, when we had it. So when I was in high school, because I didn't really have a lot of stuff, not to say I wasn't like cool, like I was cool with a lot of the kids, but I wasn't like with the popular crowd, because like I ain't really had the stuff, you know what I mean? Like, I was kind of like, yo, like I'm just in the back, like I'm with the people that's talking, but not with the big dogs that's talking, you know what I'm saying? Like, if that makes sense. So let me get right into the story, right? So at the time, there were some Jordans that had just came out, right? There was some Jordans just came out. I do not remember the name of them. I want to say they were like elephant print or something. They were like the Jordan 3s, elephant something. I don't know the name of them. I just know some shoes that just came out, right? So I remember them shoes had just came out. Now one day, this is when it all came to head. One day, me and my mama went to Walmart, right? I know y'all probably thinking like, oh, this story going bad already. So we went to Walmart, right? I'm walking through the back or whatever. And, you know, I'm just looking at stuff when I'm young in Walmart. I'm just looking at, you know what I mean, like game systems. I'm looking at games and stuff like that. In the Walmart that I go to, the game systems are right beside the shoes and the clothes and stuff. So I go, who dog is it? Sorry if that changed real quick. It was real bright up in here. But, so I'm in the back of Walmart and I'm walking through looking at the shoes and stuff, right? So I see these shoes that look like the Jordans that just came out. Now, for those of y'all that don't really know shoes and don't know sneakers like that, FUBU kind of had like a feel of Jordan. Like, in my opinion, like, so before you be like, oh, how did you get FUBUs mixed up with Jordans? That's honestly, I thought they were Jordans. I saw some shoes in the back. They looked like Jordans. I was like, yo, like everybody in school is wearing these shoes. Like, I need these shoes. So before y'all come at me like, yo, how did you get FUBUs mixed up with Jordans? And why would you think Jordans would be available at Walmart? First of all, excuse me for getting these confused with these. These look exactly the same. Exactly the same. So I'm like, yo, mom, yo, like everybody in school got these shoes on. Can you please give me these? I'm like begging. I'm like, yo, can I just get these shoes? Mind you, now this is probably like, this is like 9th grade. This is like high school. So that's how naive I was though. We didn't really like have money and have shoes and stuff like that. So I was just like, yo, like they look like it. Like, why not? So I thought these were like the legit Jordans. Like, I just didn't know. I didn't know it was a difference. I thought FUBU was maybe owned by Jordan, or Jordan was owned by FUBU. It was the same shoe, so I was like, yo, like, it makes sense. My mom's like, all right, fine. She bought me the shoes or whatever. So I come home, man. I come home and I'm hype as I don't know what. And I'm hype because, like, I'm like, yo, I finally got some shoes that'll put me on the list, you know what I'm saying, like on the list with the popular people, right? So that night I'm putting my outfit together. I'm like laying my stuff out on the bed. I got my shoes, I got like my pants and stuff. Like, I can't even imagine how I dressed in high school, because I didn't really know how to dress until like 11th grade, right? Like middle of like 11th grade. I didn't really know how to dress like that, so I couldn't even imagine what it is now. It was probably like some baggy jeans with like an old jersey, like I don't even know. So I got my stuff laid out, right? I'm excited. I'm ready to go to school in the morning. So I wake up in the morning, right? I get dressed. I do all my morning stuff. I get to the bus stop. You know what I mean? I'm at the bus stop. Honestly, I do remember being on the bus and I hear some kids talking and laughing, but I don't pay no mind to it, because I'm like, hey, you know what I mean? They probably just joking around in the morning. It's early. They probably just talking about what they did last night or something like that. You know what I mean? Not serious. I get to school, right? And I'm walking through. I eat my breakfast and all that good stuff. I go to class. You know, I'm walking with my friends. My friends ain't say nothing. Now, either my friends are real cool at the time and just didn't care, or they didn't want to hurt my feelings. Because, I mean, I guess it wasn't a big deal to them. So, I don't know, but they didn't tell me. Either they didn't tell me it was a problem, either way. So, I get to my class. Now, in my class, there was this girl who I had the biggest crush on when I was in 9th grade. I can't remember her name. Actually, I do remember her name, but I ain't gonna say her name. So, I walked in the classroom, and she was like, she was like, Dale, I like your shoes. You know. Hey, you know, like, I appreciate it, dog. You feel me? That's how I was feeling. I was like, yeah. But really, I was just like, thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you. So I'm sitting in the classroom, whatever. Now, like I said, my crush now has said that she liked my shoes. So now I'm real hype. I'm like, yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Like, I'm in there now. I'm in there. So, let me tell you where the story go left. After class, this is biology class. So after biology class, we were like dissecting frogs that day or something. After class, I'm walking in the hallway, right? And I hear these dudes laughing and talking behind me, right? And so I'm not paying it no mind. I'm like, yo, like, I'm cool. I'm walking. I got my bag on. Probably got my baggy jeans and my jersey, whatever. Like, I ain't really know how to dress. Like I said, I got my FUBUs on. Like, I'm just rocking them. I'm like, hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? You see these things, boom, boom. You feel me? So they laughing in the back, and I hear this dude, one of the guys, they like, dude, bro, got on some FUBUs? And they start laughing. And I'm like my entire, like, my confidence went from here to here. And I was like, are these not the same thing as Jordans? I was like, are these like am I tripping? They just back there laughing and stuff, and like, you know how when one group start laughing and then everybody else hear it and then everybody else start chuckling and they start laughing, and I'm sitting there like basically walking in the hallway, everybody laughing at me. I'm like, bruh, are these not the same as Jordans? And now these shoes were like $25. I should have known they were not the same as Jordans, but I did not know that. So I'm like, dang, like, my entire confidence level just dropped, man. I was like, no, like, I thought these was legit. I had gym, but I was so proud of these shoes, I didn't pack extra gym shoes that day, because I'm like, I'm gonna just play in these right here. You know what I mean? So people can see me, you know what I mean? Get the look from Jordan, you know what I'm saying? Like make me like Mike type stuff, you know what I'm saying? Even in gym, people were like laughing, like, bro got on FUBUs. Like, dude, bro got on FUBU. Like, they was working me, bro. And I was like at this time, like, I couldn't say nothing because I'm so hurt. Because I'm like, bro, like what's the problem? Like, I'm like, is this not the same shoe? I found out later that they weren't the same shoe because there was a dude in my gym class who actually had the official Jordans, and I was kind of like studying his. You know, before gym class we had to sit down and stretch and stuff, and I'm studying his shoes. Like, his shoes don't say FUBU. I felt so stupid because I didn't know it wasn't the same thing, man. So, like I said, I went through that, man, and the whole day, like, I was so embarrassed the whole day. Like, literally, I don't even think I wore the shoes in my classes. I think I took them off and put them in my book bag and like had my socks on like in the classrooms because I was so embarrassed, man. I was like, dang, like, these are not Jordans. Like, man. So after school, when school was over, like I said, my whole confidence thing, I'm like shot down. I'm like, man, oh my God. After school or whatever, right? So my best friend, still my best friend to this day, who lives in my neighborhood, I walked to his house, right? At the time, he was big into like Jordans and stuff. He had Jordans and Nikes and Nike flops and stuff. Before I even knew what flops were, he had like that stuff. So I go up to his house and I'm like, bruh, I bought these shoes yesterday and like people was working me today. And I showed him the FUBUs, and he just busted out laughing. And I'm like, bro, why is everybody laughing at these shoes? Bro, like, what's the issue? I was like, bro, are these not Jordans? Like, what is? And he was like, bro, they're not Jordans, they're FUBUs. He was like, bro, where you get them from? I was like, I didn't even want to tell him. I was like, well, see, me and my mama went to Walmart. He was like, he just busted out laughing. And I was just like, bro, come on, like, are these not, like, bro, that's what like, they look literally the same. Like, I didn't think it was an issue. And so, he busting out laughing. I'm like, bro, you know what? I'm just gonna go home, bro. I'm just gonna go home. Now, my friend was cool. He was like, bro, come on now. You probably paid like $30 for them. I was like, it was like $25. He started laughing some more. I'm like, bro. My friend told me, he was like, bro, look, them not Jordans, those are FUBUs. FUBUs, people don't wear FUBUs. I bet you got clowned in school today, didn't you? I was like, yeah. He was like, I will clown you too, because those are FUBUs. At this point, I'm frustrated because people been laughing at me all day. I'm like, wearing these shoes. I ain't got no other shoes. I played basketball in them, so I'm just like, bro, like, I didn't know it was that big a deal, bro. Like, it's shoes on my feet, you feel me? But like I said, when you're in high school, reputation was everything. So I really cared. Like, I was like, man, like, I want people to like look at me and be like, oh, bro, fresh. You know what I'm saying? So So I leave my friend's house, right? Now my other friend who lives across the street from my best friend, he was walking up with this girl, right? And this girl, I'm gonna be honest with you, this girl I did not like. Cause she always had a mouth on her. Like, she always had something to say. Like, you know those people who like just always got something to say? Like, you might not even know them. You might be like, how you doing? And she just like me mugging. Like, I did not like her, bro. To be honest, I really didn't. So she's walking with him, right? And I'm walking past him. I'm already like, because they were like in the Jordans and stuff too. So she had on like some Nikes or something. And then my friend had on like some Jordans and stuff like that. I'm walking past them. And I'm like, what's up, bro? And the girl sitting beside. And she was like, do your friend got on Phobos? Like, that's exactly, like, that's how she said it. Because she was real ratchet. She was like, do your friend got on Phobos? Bro, like, I was so pissed off at this point. Like, and my friends start laughing. And I'm like, I understand you might be talking to this girl or whatever, but come on, bro. Like, I don't know you for like 5 years, bro. You gonna laugh at me just like that? Like this little ratchet. So at this point, I'm just like real pissed off now because I'm like, bro, like people been laughing at these shoes all day, like literally all day. Like, I'm tired of this. So like I'm so mad, bro. Like, I literally remember walking down the street like, bro, real talk, on God, bro. Next person say something about these shoes gonna get swung on. I was so pissed off. I remember walking down the street, mad as I don't know what, like school. It was school buses and cars driving because we live next to like a middle school, so it was like school buses and cars and stuff driving by. And I'm like, bro, let one of these kids hop off this bus, bro, and say, bro, do bro got on FUBUs? I'm gonna knock somebody's child out. I was so pissed off. I'm walking to my house. Fortunately, nobody said nothing. But man, as soon as I got in the house, man, I was just like, bruh, these shoes, like, I took them shoes off, bro. I was so mad. I took them shoes off and threw them in the trash can. I was like, man, I'm done with this. I ain't trying to fit in no more. I'm sick of this, man. So yeah, I threw them shoes in the trash, man, and I was just like, bruh, my whole thing, like, my confidence went from 100. Like, when I woke up this morning, I woke up early, took me a nice shower, 100% confidence. It just dropped down to like -800,000. I was just like, man, people done been laughing at me. Later on that day, my mama found them shoes in the trash, and she was like, "Dad, didn't I just buy you these shoes?" I was like, "Ma, they were laughing at me for wearing them FUBUs." She took the shoes out, and of course she paid for them. She didn't really have money like that, so she like, "You gonna make me pay for some shoes, and you gonna throw them in the trash?" So I had to keep them, and I just used them as play shoes. You know what I mean? Whenever like I was in the neighborhood, cause we had a basketball court in our backyard, so it was just like, I was like, all right, man, I just use them when I play basketball back there. Anyway, I'm saying all this to say, I got roasted for rocking FUBUs, and honestly, all of high school was kind of like that. When I got into like 11th grade was when I got my first pair of Jordans, which was my Bred 11s, and them things made me feel like the man, boy. I'm telling you, people always, but like, I guess because I didn't really have shoes like that, people were always like investigating my Jordans, like are they real, like poking at the fabric. I'm like, but like, get off my shoes. Like they clean. They clean. Like, get off of them. But now I'm saying all this to say, man, when I graduated high school, bro, I felt so liberated. For high school, like, it's all about style. It's all about how you look, how you dress. And I was like, we didn't really have money like that. I didn't really have like, I ain't had no Bathing Ape, no Gucci, no... That scared me. I ain't really had no Gucci, no Bathing Ape, no Louis Vuitton, no Polo. I ain't had none of that. So I just wore whatever. Like, I remember the most expensive shirt I had, I didn't know if it was expensive, was like a Lacoste shirt with like the crocodile on it. That was about it. Like, I don't even know, to be honest. Yeah, man, when I graduated high school, man, I was so happy, bro, because I was just like, these expectations, I just can't live up to them. I was just like, bro, like it felt like high school was a job. Like, it felt like I had to have money, and when I did have a job, I had to spend it on clothes and shoes, which I ended up doing the last like 2 semesters or whatever. But like, I was like, man, like, I can't do this no more. I'm encouraging y'all, if you in high school, especially high school, middle school, even if you in college and you going through this stuff, wear what you want to wear. Man, like, when I got to college, man, I was so happy because I realized when I got to college, people were wearing Skechers, they were wearing Jeepers, they were wearing what we call, Jesus sandals, or the Moses 11s, or the Walk on Water 12s. They were wearing that, and I was like, bro, this is my type of place. I was like, ain't nobody judging. I'm like, man, this is what I'm talking about. I'm more into like shoes and stuff now, because like, I'm like, yeah, I like to look nice and stuff like that. But at the time, man, I was just like, man, people just like, y'all was like, bro, man, I wanted to fight everybody that day. I was ready to swing, boy. But whatever. I appreciate you guys for watching, man. I hope you guys enjoyed that story time. Got a few laughs out of it, man. I hope you enjoy laughing at me, even though it wasn't funny. I appreciate you guys for watching, man. Make sure you guys check back with me on Thursday for another video. You can follow me on all my social media platforms. They will be in the description box below. Make sure that you like this video. Leave a comment if you enjoyed it and subscribe so that I can see you next time. Make sure that you tap that notification bell so that you can be notified whenever I post a new video, which is again on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So I appreciate it. I think that's it. Y'all have a blessed one, and I will talk to y'all later. All right, I'm out.